everyone, what's going on? Welcome to my channel, Dose of Dallas.
You are now watching my TV.
I'm Dallas, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to my video today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Today, I'm just bringing a video to celebrate my 1 year of moving to Atlanta. Yay! It may not seem like a big deal, but for me, it was life-changing, so I'm definitely going to be sharing why I moved, certain changes that I feel like people can relate to when it comes to personal growth, you know, self-reflecting, all that good stuff. Life isn't perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. And I am one of those who definitely felt like I had to have it figured out at the age of 23, okay? I was like, what are we doing? I feel like I'm not moving anywhere in my life. I needed to get out of my comfort zone. Why I moved to Atlanta, a reason that a lot of people have for moving, they just desire different. They want to change. They want, you know, to level up in their life in some form. So I definitely wanted to get in an atmosphere of media and entertainment. That's what I love to do, to be involved in, you know, being on camera, doing events, doing media coverage. Those were things that I wanted to do. I'm born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida, went to school in South Florida. So my life up until a year ago was in Florida. I had everyone I knew there. I had my first jobs there, everything. I didn't feel like it was serving me anymore to stay in Florida. I decided to move. My heart did not have a pull to go to LA, New York, or any other place. And that could be from a lack of exposure too, but that's another thing. After just kind of doing research and watching others do big things in Atlanta and just being so inspired by the entrepreneurship, just feeling like everyone's trying to boss up, everyone's, you know, making goals and executing. They're not just talking about it. And I just love being around that type of energy, because I feel as though if that's what you're trying to do, like, you need to be around like-minded people and people who are go-getters and movers and shakers. And honey, that's what it's all about in the Ace. In life, I had to even come to the realization that if you want different, you have to move different. You have to change up daily habits. You have to just adjust. And sometimes that is so hard, because being comfortable is, sometimes you don't even realize how comfortable you are. And for example, right now with my finances, I'll just use that as an example. I realize that if I want to do what I'm trying to do with investing and just building and things like that, I gotta stop taking trips every weekend. Like, I gotta stop eating out every day. Like, just little things every day that I have to change, and that is very hard for me to change in order to get something different. Like, I can't keep doing the same things that I did in 2019 and I want different in 2020, but I'm still doing the same things that I was doing in 2019. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So that just is an example of when you want something different, you have to do something different. You have to step out of your comfort zone and, you know, go to a place unknown. When I came here, I didn't have nothing set up, no job set up. Luckily, thankfully, I'm blessed to be able to stay with my dad, but I didn't have a job set up. I didn't know anyone. One of the biggest things that I've learned is that you gotta be hungry and you have to go for whatever it is you want. It's not gonna be handed to you. And I'm gonna be honest. At some point, I was like, okay, I have this degree. This is gonna speak for me. This is gonna get me into places that I want to get into, because it says journalism, it says communications, it says I've had these internships, I've done this, I've done that, and that's gonna make me get the job or land the gig. No ma'am, that's not the case. Being somewhere at the right time in the right place is definitely the #1 thing to being successful in, I would say, anywhere. But for me personally, my move to Atlanta, that's one of the most important things. And so the next thing I want to get into is, you ready? Drum roll, please. Networking, 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 networking is the #1 key anywhere, but especially when you move to a new city, to a new place. Networking is gonna be your highest power. It's all about networking and collabing, and I feel like Atlanta definitely embraces that. It embraced me with open arms. I have not met someone who was unwilling to help. Obviously, people are busy, but if you work those contacts, follow up, know what to ask when you get there. I literally had a document and a spreadsheet of questions to ask when I was meeting with someone at a coffee shop, or following up with them after I met them at an event. I mean, I get it. You don't always know to do certain things. You're like, what do you say? What do you ask? And I had to get help from people to even construct that. Once you get out here or wherever you go, make sure you network your butt off. Another thing is patience is definitely key. I didn't get a full-time job. Well, first of all, I didn't know if I wanted to work a 9-to-5 or if I wanted to continue to freelance, but I had other things that I wanted to do, so I finally got a full-time job 7 months in. And let me just tell you guys, the job that I have currently was not from me applying on Indeed all day. It was a job that I got from someone who knew someone that I knew, and I was able to get in like that. And it's just crazy, like going back to networking, you really need to utilize your connects and utilize the time that you take to go to a networking event, to give out your business card, to have a conversation with someone. You never know who you're gonna meet. And so a piece of advice I can offer: find a circle of people with similar interests to support each other and to collaborate and to elevate each other. It's definitely necessary when it comes to personal growth. You have to have people around you in your circle who are on the same type of time, or maybe even a step ahead, and they're gonna help pull you up as they're going up. Like, you need that. You can't do it on your own. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Please seek out help. If you don't know how to do something, somebody else knows how to do it, and they know how to do it better than you think you know how to do it. So that's definitely something that I carry with me, something that I have learned to just let the ego go, ask for help, collaborate with women. It's okay to have help. It's okay to be around someone who does the same exact thing that you do, but you two are still different. There's enough for everyone to eat. I'm not gonna sit here and say I got it all figured out, that I achieved all my goals, because that's definitely not the case, but I just feel like it was a great year of leveling up, of growth, of just really taking initiative. So let's get into these Instagram questions. What was the hesitation, and what has been the biggest plus to move into the A? So hesitation, I don't know if I had any hesitations about moving to Atlanta. I think it was just me being in my comfort zone in Florida and not really, probably lack of exposure, I would say, because I just was like, oh, it's Florida, this is my home, this is where all my friends are, my people are. But it kind of takes you know that saying where like you have to get sick of yourself in order to make a change. And so that's pretty much what it was. I was just kind of tired of feeling like I was stuck and stagnant, and I was just like, okay, I gotta make a move. The biggest plus of moving to Atlanta has honestly just been finding women, and I know this may seem small, but finding women who have similar interests as mine, who are ambitious and have drive, and just that is just so important to me. And I just felt like I didn't have that type of circle from where I moved from. And another question I received was, what were you doing before the move / after? Before I moved to Atlanta, I wasn't doing anything. Like, I was trying to figure it out. 3 months before I moved to Atlanta, I did not know what I was doing. I had no job, I had no direction. I was like crying every day because I didn't know like what I was doing with my life. It was like a really bad place to be, and I actually talked about that in my post-grad video that's on my channel. You guys can go watch that. And I was just super lost, and I was like, I know for a fact, like, it was like the pursuit of happiness. Like, I know for a fact that something greater is coming, that this is not my life. After I moved to Atlanta, like I said, didn't have a job when I first moved here, but I was just super excited to be in a new city. Next and final question is, did you feel overwhelmed when you first got here? I can't say that I felt overwhelmed, because like I said, I did have kind of like that space to figure it out and kind of see which directions that I wanted to go to. But I will say that I was like, okay, I was being a little impatient. I was like, I thought I was gonna move here and just kind of soar, but it was baby steps to getting where I wanted to be. But definitely I did have those moments where I was just like, all right, like what's next? hello, I'm here, do y'all see me? Like, it was that type of thing. But I knew that I was gonna have to just keep working at it. To answer the question, no, I don't think I was overwhelmed. I just think that I was like, all right, impatient. That's the word. Yep, that's gonna wrap up this video of me moving to Atlanta. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like my channel. Follow me on Instagram at doseofdallas_. And I hope you did learn something from this video. And let me know if you guys have any other video ideas. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.